Welcome everybody. Today is our first inaugural episode of DiversiTV, and I'm so thrilled that it's here in Australia. So I'm here together with Robyn and Peri, and we're going to just talk about why we're proud to be Siemens, why we're here. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Robyn. So Robyn, Thank you so much for being on the first episode of DiversiTV.
Thank you for having me. It's very exciting. I think being a part of Proud to be Siemens goes for me further than just the actual process of being in the competition, so to speak. It's something that I think that in the Siemens family we live and we breathe it. And for me, I'm proud to be part of Siemens for everything that we do, from things in hospitals, in healthcare, to machines that are now working out that children can have an X-ray machine that is 90% less radiation, and the research and development, and then to go into buildings where they're environmentally friendly, and in industry where they're making things easier for people, and safety and the whole lot. It's just something that I'm just extremely proud to be part of.
You too, I know, are proud to be Siemens.
Yes.
So tell us why.
Well, I was really impressed when I started at Siemens and when I applied for the job here with the graduate program that they offered, because I'm a second year grad. And I think compared to other companies, we get moved around a fair bit, and I think that to me, it seems like there's a lot of opportunity to really find what you're interested in and where you fit and what you want to do at the company, and you're really encouraged to pursue that as much as you can.
Mm-hmm. So when you think about both of your roles and your experiences, there's a huge diversity, right? There's a huge diversity of experience. And could you really imagine this?
I actually had a very different career path when I started as well. I was a travel agent.
Okay.
So I started as a travel agent, and then, we went through the internet kind of environment and ended up moving into the real sort of customer service operational call centre space, and then developed into this. And I think for me, the reason I'm so passionate is this is my dream job. There is so much variety from 8 o'clock in the morning until 6 o'clock at night, and then everything else in between. And the amount of knowledge that you get from working in an organisation like Siemens, and I'm lucky enough to be across 3 of the sectors in quite a large way, and one, energy with the big sort of power plants, and that not quite so much. But the information that you get and the conversations that you can have with people outside of work, you'll be looking at something and you'll be like, oh, did you know that Siemens actually make the parts for that? And they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. When you were at school and you're studying, and now you've been 2+ years at Siemens and you've seen a lot, would you have imagined you'd end up at Siemens?
Well, when I graduated from uni, I really wasn't really sure what area to go in. I thought just choosing a business degree was all the hard problems that I had to pick. But then you had to pick a major and a minor, and then you had to choose what sort of jobs to apply for. And I really didn't know what field I wanted to go into or exactly what I wanted to start off doing. So I thought Siemens seems like a good place to start. And then when I really sort of researched the company a little bit more and then started to have interviews and go through that process, I realised that there are just so many, talk about diversity, there are so many areas and fields and careers that you can have here, and there are just so many options, and you can really make your career what you want it to be. And I think you can do lots of different things at Siemens. You don't really need to leave.
Great answer. Great answer, especially for the inaugural episode of DiversiTV. And I think the people, I have to say, everywhere I go, and I travel a lot, as we've talked about earlier today, but everywhere I go, I'm always astounded at the Siemens family, and the people that I meet and the people that I make connections with, that I think these are some of the best people I've ever worked with in my whole long, 30 years of working. And so I think, but what I've always been surprised about is that I tend to make friends or connections with people I wouldn't have expected to make connections with. So, could both of you talk about that a little bit too, please?
I think that it's the different types of people that you meet as well. Siemens being such a large global organisation, and I've been lucky enough to have been able to travel to some of the different Siemens operations in the world, and there is one underlying thing, and that's the openness and the friendliness of people. They're always very welcoming, and as we like to be welcoming here in Australia as well. but the knowledge and the amount of information that you can learn just by sitting down and having a chat with somebody, and even in the cafe. You go over to Munich and you sit in the cafe and you talk to the person next to you, and you find out that they've got a connection here and then there's a connection there. And it's, for such a large organisation, I find that the networks are really tight, and that makes it very easy to actually connect with people, and people are happy to share their information.
Well, I think purely just because Siemens does so many things and we're in so many different areas and we have such a diverse product range, it means that we're working with people from so many diverse backgrounds that have studied different things and worked in different areas. So, when else do you really get to work with people that, you said you used to be a travel agent, this and that, and I think it just is really a diverse team by the nature of our business.
That makes me proud to be Siemens, because that's really the feeling I have at the company. So, like yourselves, I'm also proud to be Siemens. So thank you both for being the first guests. And you've set a very high benchmark for all the rest of the guests for DiversiTV. So thank you both.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank
Made
you.
history.
Thank you.